From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
Vulnerable Arizonans are being misled into thinking notaries in the United States have the same government status as notarios do in Mexico. We speak to people affected by the confusion.
And university leaders came together to discuss where higher education is headed in Arizona. Cronkite News had exclusive access to the event, and we'll tell you what the leaders covered.
And furry friends like these ones are one step closer to having their habitat saved in the wild. We'll tell you about the major decision one corporation is making that could cause this to happen.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Ryan Hill.
And I'm Brittany Bade. Thanks for joining us. It's been a long-time scam targeting immigrants coming to the United States to gain citizenship. It's called notary fraud, and Cronkite News reporter Jamie Warren spoke to one mother whose family fell victim to the scam.
The children are American citizens, and the parents have been trying to get their green cards for the past 5 years. Now, they thought they were going about it the right way, but after handing over a large amount of money to an immigration consultant, that consultant disappeared, and now the family is in danger of deportation. Monica Alegria is proud of her 4 children.
My 4 kids are like awesome. They are big for me and my husband.
But between soccer medals, puzzles, and homemade crafts are documents scattered across the kitchen table, telling a story of hope and loss.
Papers, fingerprints, backgrounds, and we don't see nothing.
Nothing, because after spending nearly $2,000 on an immigration consultant to help them fulfill their dreams of becoming an American citizen, Monica's family soon discovered it was all a fraud.
It's a business operation for them. They don't really care what happens to people.
Judy Flanagan, an immigration lawyer representing the Alegria family, says notario fraud is a consistent problem for families. It begins when families often think they're receiving help from a lawyer, but notaries in the United States aren't qualified to give legal advice, and that's where the confusion begins.
It's a very sad situation, and it's a shame, that the Attorney General's office hasn't taken a strong stance.
The Attorney General's office says they haven't had a major case since 2005, but they do still receive complaints. They say they're classified as consumer fraud, and filed complaints are investigated.
The problem is that a lot of the people who are victims of this, they don't have favorable immigration status, so they are nervous to come forward.
But for Monica's family, it's too little, too late.
Everybody came here for the American dream.
A dream not just for herself, but for her children. In November, President Obama took executive action on immigration to help ease the threat of deportation for over 4 million undocumented immigrants. But with that executive action comes more paperwork, and some immigration lawyers fear that will only lead to more fraud in the future. Live in the broadcast center, Jamie Warren, Cronkite News.
The Arizona state budget cuts to higher education have left officials picking up the pieces. Reporter Lauren Klenda went to the Premier Leaders Series, where Arizona presidents and chancellors came together to address the future of higher education, Arizona's workforce, and talent retention.
A new study shows Arizona is facing a time where higher education output in the state is up, but workforce retention is not, which leaves Arizona and its economy below the national GDP average.
If we want more economic activity, more economic outcome, families with more resources, a growing economy, an expanding economy, we've got to move to the national average of GDP. To get to the national average of GDP, there's only one known route to do that. That's educational attainment.
But ASU President Michael Crow says educational attainment isn't just about spending money.
It's about redesign, realignment, reconfiguration, new ways of doing things, focusing on outcomes, measuring outcomes, moving away from input measures, moving to output measures, investing in product, not investing in process, all these things together.
Education leaders say there is no hope for workforce retention of Arizona's higher education graduates if the economy does not come together as a whole to make changes.
The business community has to stand up and be a part of a solution for the state to really start to look at education, particularly higher ed, as an asset and not a cost.
And to do this, Arizona's economy has to move out old, antiquated ways.
We need to basically push the reset button on all things. Back up, regroup, and move forward with a new plan.
One of the speakers at the event said that if things do not change within the economy in the next year, it will be difficult to entice new businesses to come to Arizona. In Phoenix, Lauren Klenda, Cronkite News.
Universities are already taking steps towards innovation, including things like ASU's partnership with Starbucks.
While funding higher education can be a serious business, that doesn't mean everything about education has to be serious. Cronkite News reporter Sarah Donnell is in our Washington bureau with a look at a group of people who think the future of education lies in apps and video games.
A panel of experts says it's time for the federal government to invest in fun. Hard fun, the term used to describe how video games help students learn.
We've been trying to figure out a way to kind of put those two together for, I would say, centuries. And I think one of the most exciting things is that this movement has that at its forefront. It's always thinking about hard fun.
One of the goals of these games is to personalize history. In the interactive game Mission US, users can pick a character from different points in history and go on a journey as that character. Schools have not always been eager to incorporate games into the curriculum, but that outlook is beginning to change.
70 years ago, the question was, are games appropriate for schools and for education? And I think that question has been replaced now by how can we optimize games to be used within the current structure of schools, teaching and learning.
One of the first to ask that question was Jim Gee, an ASU professor, who wrote one of the first books on video games and education.
Jim Gee's original book, What Video Games Have to Teach Us About Learning and Literacy, was sort of like the shot across the bow for this. I mean, this really was the thing that set up all this academic interest in gaming. So you could safely say that Arizona is itself a hotbed of that thinking.
Thinking, experts say, that could be major as schools move away from desks and toward desktops. In Washington, D.C., I'm Sarah Donnell, Cronkite News.
Panelists at today's National Press Club event said Arizona has emerged as a hub for research into the use of games in K-12 education.
The city of Phoenix may sue the Federal Aviation Administration for changing flight paths to and from Sky Harbor without alerting the city. The city of Phoenix held a special policy session on the issue, and Justin McDuffie went along to see how the city is planning to respond. Justin?
The city unveiled its plan to deal with the FAA and flight path changes at Sky Harbor. The FAA changed the flight path back in September, directing flights over several historic neighborhoods. Since then, neighbors and city officials have filed complaints with the FAA. The city says that meetings with the FAA have not been productive, and they could file a lawsuit as early as May. At today's meeting, the city stated that the FAA did not consider alternatives, and it was not treated the way they were expected to, based on a letter from the FAA administrator.
The FAA's process has been very frustrating and unproductive from our perspective. We're very disappointed that we have not come to or found with the FAA agreeable solutions, and our goal today is to talk you through what has happened, what our analysis of that is, and some recommendations we have proceeding forward.
The city's next steps: stop engaging with the working group assigned by the FAA to mediate problems. Then they would like to continue requests to return to the original flight paths at Sky Harbor. They will also continue lobbying Congress, airlines, and other agencies to get the FAA to do the right thing. Live in downtown Phoenix, Justin McDuffie, Cronkite News.
One major restaurant retailer just announced it will only use palm oil from sustainable sources. And why is that a big deal? Well, organic palm oil is used in tons of products we use every day, from Old Spice deodorant to Pop-Tarts and to some Starbucks coffee. But as Cronkite News reporter Sydney Schumann explains, harvesting it can cause environmental issues.
The problem is the majority of companies source their palm oil from producers that get it through deforestation. On April 2nd, Yum Brands, which owns KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut, committed to only source deforestation and peat-free palm oil. But environmentalists think a lot more needs to be done to save our forest and the animals that live there.
In the past year or two, we've seen a big change. A lot of companies are really starting to come around and really understand that the palm oil that they're sourcing has a huge impact.
A lot of species are suffering as a result of the decimation of the rainforests. This is one of the drivers of that. The orangutans being the one that's most notoriously affected.
Forests are often clear-cut to make room for oil palm plantations. This not only emits greenhouse gases, but leads to many animals, orangutans included, without a home.
When you start losing some of these species, especially some of these larger species, you're taking out pieces of the entire puzzle, and you don't know exactly how that's going to affect what the entire picture looks like.
Wagner says that consumers can have a big effect on companies and whether or not they choose to sustainably source.
Money speaks volumes to companies, and when it starts impacting their bottom line, they'll start to change their ways.
There are several organizations who call for eliminating palm oil altogether, and that sustainable palm oil is merely a, quote, greenwashing scheme.
People are saying that we should say no to palm oil. We should rather say yes to sustainable organic palm oil production.
Honor Wiafe says palm oil production provides much needed jobs to people, such as those in Ghana, where he is from. But sustainability is key. Wagner says sustainability is an issue everyone needs to care about.
It matters. It doesn't matter just for those people who live in Indonesia and Malaysia. It matters for all of us who live on this planet. We don't have anywhere else to go.
On CronkiteNewsOnline.com, you can take a closer look at this graph, which shows of 9 fast food companies, 4 of them increased their commitment to sustainable palm oil sourcing over the past year. However, 5 didn't increase at all, with 4 having zero commitment to palm oil sustainability. I'm Sydney Schumann, Cronkite News.
April is Donation Awareness Month, but thousands still sit and wait for the organs they need. We take a look at the problems facing those who wait for transplants and talk to one man whose life was saved thanks to an organ donation.
The more you know about history, the more you know about yourself.
Let's turn the page.
I believe that this nation should commit itself.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
You can almost divide American history before Robinson and after Robinson.
Seeing is believing.
We broke records. We broke barriers.
This is incredible.
Suddenly the big picture makes more sense.
We have unprecedented access.
Now I can see my ancestors. Now I'm looking into their world. Now I can see where they walked.
Worldwide tobacco use causes almost 6 million deaths per year, and that's why the City of Phoenix officials and local organizations are working to help smokers quit. It is called the Phoenix Kicks Butts Week initiative. Phoenix Mayor Greg Stanton and Maricopa County's Director of Public Health Works organized with 29 local organizations to help residents in the Phoenix area to make a commitment to quit tobacco.
If you got hooked, you know, that's not your fault. It's an incredibly addictive drug. Now's your chance. Now's the time that you can quit smoking.
The initiative asks people to call Ashline, the Arizona Smokers Helpline. The number is 1-800-5566-222, and the website is ashline.org. The free service provides callers with a coach to support smokers to quit. Starting today, those that register online to complete one coaching session will be put into a drawing to win free tickets and sporting events around the city.
Cronkite News is renewing a commitment to track the recovery of heroin addicts featured in our documentary investigation Hooked, tracking heroin's hold on Arizona. This week we revisited Dara and Ryan. Tonight Clay shares his story and struggles with sobriety.
I would steal from my mom from an early age, even before heroin, and that's all I cared about. I didn't think about anything other than drugs. It changes who you are as a person. There's a different person inhabiting your body. The addict, it's not you. It's not who you were born to be. It's not, you know, who your family raised you to be. It's not you. It's somebody else, you know, calling the shots. It I think it'll get easier, man, but it'll never go away. And you're just one bad decision away from relapsing at any given time, you know, whether it's you're doing so good in life that you think, oh, I'll just get high because I'm bored, you want to have fun or something, you know, that's why it's good to stay busy, or something bad happens. Well, I no longer want to die. I have a desire to live and live abundantly, and be successful. You know, so that's a huge change in itself. I mean, I'm not ashamed of my past. You know, I'm actually, if this is it, if I make it through this, then it's something to be proud of, in my opinion. I've made it through something rough that most people will never even understand, realize, or experience, which is good. I wish this on nobody, but the fact that I have gone through it at such a young age and come out of it, and, you know, there's not many that do.
For full multimedia coverage on the Hooked AZ project, head over to CronkiteNewsOnline.com.
For some people, April means giving Easter treats to the kids or W-2 forms to the accountants. Some give the gift of life, and April is National Donate Life Month, an annual celebration led by Donate Life America to encourage Americans to register as organ, eye, and tissue donors. Cronkite News reporter Angeline Meehan shows us the impact a life-saving gift can have on the person receiving it.
A doctor's diagnosis changed Robert's life.
I was diagnosed with kidney failure about probably 15 years ago.
A condition that required a new kidney.
There was a lot of anxiety with it. You know, my kids were really young, and, you know, that's a big news when you receive that kind of information.
Life-saving kidney donations are in high demand. According to United Network for Organ Sharing, there are currently 2,007 registered candidates awaiting kidneys in Arizona. Dr. Fabrega knows this firsthand.
The greatest need is for kidneys, and we also need the pancreases for the type 1 diabetics that have kidney failure. They need a kidney and a pancreas transplant.
He sees the importance of donor awareness.
Many people die waiting for a transplant. So the idea is to make people aware of that need and hope that they will sign up to donate.
Marcel Pinces' team reaches out to families who've recently lost loved ones at hospitals.
We have people who are really good at establishing a safe moment with that family so the family can really hear what donation is about.
For Robert, the donation came from his sister-in-law.
I'm totally 100% grateful for the opportunity and for her not having, any second thoughts about donating.
Thanks to her, he received a second chance.
She really donated life.
A generous gift from the heart. In Phoenix, Angeline Meehan, Cronkite News.
According to Dr. Fabrega, more than half of all transplants come from living donors that the patients know, rather than from strangers that were on a waiting list. Robert's case is an example, but there's also living donors who offer their kidneys to anyone on a wait list. Donate Life Month is designed to encourage more of these donations.
It's another breezy day today, and it's also the coolest day of the week. Find out your forecast coming up.
This winter, we'll take you to the heart of Downton.
You have to take control of your feelings before they take control of you.
Thomas. We'll place you at the scene of the crime.
Trouble seeks you out, doesn't it? Yes.
And we'll fly you to the ends of the earth.
Are you seeing this?
Support the one place that can take you any place.
Hi, I'm Beth McDonald, host of 8's brand new show, Arizona Collectibles. Filming for season 2 is right around the corner. For your chance to be a guest on the show, visit us online at azpbs.org/collectibles.
That's wonderful.
Okay. Make sure to sign up early because spots fill up fast. I look forward to meeting you and seeing your treasures. Until then, thanks for watching. Thursday nights at 7:30 on 8 HD.
News doesn't stop on Friday at 7:30 at night. PBS NewsHour Weekend is kind of a natural next step. The NewsHour's been committed to being available on air or online, and now weekdays or weekends. There's no shortage of news that's out there. But why do people come to us? To give them some context and analysis that they can't find somewhere else.
PBS NewsHour Weekend, only on PBS. Check local listings.
It was super windy outside today, and Angela Meehan has your forecast now to see if that wind is going to hang around.
Yes, another breezy day today in the valley, but not as windy as it was yesterday. The temperatures are cooler, as well as there is an area of low pressure in the Four Corners region, and we're going to start to warm up tomorrow as a warming trend is expected. Taking a look at the current wind speeds, we can see it's a little breezy throughout the state, with Bullhead City, Prescott, Phoenix, and Tucson all at 12 miles per hour. Taking a look at the Four Corners region, we can see this area of low pressure has brought cooler air into the state, and that's causing temperatures to go down. And it's also bringing a little moisture to the high country, and that's going to increase the chances of snow showers and rain in certain areas of the high country. Taking a look at the rest of the state, we can see that it's mostly clear and dry conditions in central Arizona and in southern Arizona. And in Phoenix, it is currently 74 degrees, mostly sunny skies. We're at 12 miles per hour with winds, and it's a perfect time to go out for a jog or a walk if you're home now. It'll reach 73 by 6 p.m. The sun will set by 7 p.m. and we're going to dip down to 70 by 8 p.m. and hit the mid 60s by 10. That warming trend begins tomorrow. We're gonna have a high of 81 degrees, mostly sunny skies, and then we're going to continue to warm up into Saturday. We're going to hit the upper 80s by Saturday, the lower 90s by Sunday, and we're going to continue to be in the 90s going into Tuesday. For Cronkite Weather, I'm Angela Meehan.
Running a small business can be tough enough, but what about when seeing the world around you is also a challenge? We take a look to a group of blind entrepreneurs and the successes in the Business Entrepreneur Program.
At ASU, we believe the most important semester is the one that starts after you get your diploma, the one called life. So we work hard to help our alumni thrive, teaching them the importance of not only achieving their goals, but exceeding them. With innovative programs that embrace hands-on learning that encourages real-world growth. Our alumni know it can be the education of a lifetime, for a lifetime. For more information, thrive.asu.edu.
Should I believe in the world, Mama? I think so. Should I give up and hide, or should I stay and fight? Should I believe in the rules, Mama?
What are the consequences?
Can I speak out my mind in these changing times? I don't know what to believe, Mama.
Will you march with us?
There's a fire inside, there's a storm on the rise. Give me the reason to be, Mama.
Buonasera.
'Cause I need someone to believe in.
The world is more complicated than it's ever been.
The NewsHour is always going to take you deeper and take you broader.
And that is worth fighting for.
Night after night, 7 days a week.
I'm Maria Hinojosa. I'm Gwen Eiffel. And I'm Judy Woodruff.
On behalf of all of us here, thanks for watching.
Cronkite News is proud to join the Arizona PBS News Block here on 8 HD.
Here's a look at what's coming up tonight on Arizona Horizon.
Coming up after Cronkite News, it's Arizona Horizon. We will have both sides on the death penalty debate, and we'll learn about national legislation that could end the crackdown on state medical marijuana programs. That's coming up after Cronkite News.
I'm Gwen Eiffel on the next NewsHour, Passing the Puck, how NHL players are helping teach inner city youth to break hockey's color lines. That's Thursday on the PBS NewsHour.
There are many programs here in Arizona which help legally blind individuals, but a few help them become entrepreneurs. Reporter Ryan Hale takes us inside the Business Enterprise Program.
Gives me a sense of self-worth.
Adam Bevel wasn't always visually impaired.
I was a school teacher actually before I got into the program. I taught for 6 years and I taught 4th and 5th grade. And I loved the kids, but it got to the point where I had to learn how to, I started losing my sight.
But losing his sight has not stopped him from contributing to society and supporting his family.
We run First Star Vending, and we actually run about 100 vending machines throughout the Phoenix area.
Adam is one of 29 blind vendors in the Business Enterprise Program, which operates different businesses in 33 facilities across the state.
I like to say that we're the best kept secret that shouldn't be. We are a program that provides employment opportunities to people who are blind or visually impaired.
After an 8-step process, which includes job shadowing and training, these vendors are equipped with the skills to succeed.
Types of businesses that they operate can be dry snack food stands to full-service cafeterias to a large vending route that includes 300-400 vending machines in the state.
Living blind is a challenge in itself, but being blind and running your own business, that's an even bigger challenge.
This program's not for everybody. If you have a business sense, you're business minded and you really want to succeed, this program's for you.
Though this program has its challenges, these members believe it rewards those who work hard.
It gives those who have a strong work ethic an opportunity to be able to own their own business and to be able to reach their goals.
A path to success these entrepreneurs have followed even without their eyesight. In Phoenix, Ryan Hale, Cronkite News.
In addition to going through the Business Enterprise Program, the program employs more than 200 people statewide who work for the participants' independent companies. And that's it for Cronkite News tonight.
Thanks for joining us. Good night.
Find top Arizona stories anytime at CronkiteNewsOnline.com.